Ostinato. Terrorist, terrorist, purple for parent star. Terrorist, terrorist, purple for parent star. While some had good intentions, they all were misinformed. Now threatening violence, doxing teachers has become the norm. They come to school board meetings with lots of things to say, and they will bully, cuss, or scream if they don't get their way.
Now look, from the desk of Donald Trump, a statement. And then you may have heard about this new social media app said to be launching, I guess, at the beginning of next year.
Well, we'll see, Preacher. What is it about Black Lives Matter that you disagree with fundamentally?
Black Lives Matter was founded by a bunch of fat, black, radical lesbians.
Okay.
And who
All
hate
right,
God.
get this clown off my show.
Because I think someone may be trying to kill me, and if they are successful, I would like my constituents and my family to know who stopped their arrest. Madam Speaker, on October 8th, 2021, a Twitter handle styled CIA Bob is at your door tweeted to @Rep Matt Gaetz, "Looky here, pal, I lived in Portland. Portland has ordered a hit on you. I accepted the contract. Have a good day." Following this tweet, this individual traveled to Washington, D.C., and the Capitol Police recommended his arrest. That's information that was just shared with me by the Investigations and Threat Assessment section of the Protective Services Bureau, and specifically George DeCesso. And George shared with me that the Capitol Police recommended the arrest of this individual and that the Department of Justice refused to do so, declined to do so. And on the eve of the Attorney General testifying before the Judiciary Committee tomorrow, it is just yet another example of the Department of Justice having a double standard. If my name weren't Gates, if it were Omar or Tlaib, you bet this person would have been arrested because that's what the Capitol Police recommended. But the Department of Justice doesn't seem to care so much when it's Republicans.
Now,
Good evening, America. I'm JD, and this is Grim Info. I hope you enjoyed those short clips. I'm going to be breaking those down and touching on a few other topics. This video is going to be about the hypocrisy of the left. And let me say this first of all. I do not believe that all Democrats are left. At the end of the day, these are a group of extremists that are socialists, anarchists in our country and in our government, trying to destroy us, working with global powers and the global elite to bring down America and to bring down the industrialized world for global currency and global control of everything in our globe, which is the reason why Joe Biden said in the one video that democracies are moving too slow. Well, not as slow as you at a press conference. So maybe we should get rid of you too. So moving on. Sinema has been harassed by the left, and she asked police to help. They said they'll think about it. They'll think about it. No, you mean to tell me that because she wasn't voting the way that they wanted her to, that she doesn't deserve justice and you'll think about it? Those police are cowards. Absolute cowards. Because they say, oh, Chomo Joe's climate bill has been defeated by one vote. No. It's called a majority, and it was 51 votes that defeated it. Not one, 51 votes. She just happened to side with what was right, because instead of going with what was fucking crazy. How about that? You like that? Nah, you don't. Well, I got something for you, socialists. It's called a middle fucking finger. You can go fuck yourself, because that's the way America works. When you have the majority of people that say no, it's no. But you know what? These are people who have never heard no. They probably never even had an ass whooping in their life. So of course they don't understand no. They're probably all secretly racist, or not racist, I mean rapists. They probably just, even the women, they probably just rape men just because. What? You want to tell me no? What? I get that penis right now. Give it to me. They're terrible fucking people, man. Why we keep putting up with them, I'll have no idea. I have no idea why we keep putting up with them. Just like this. So Netflix protesters harassed, broke signs of the opposition, then claimed that it was a weapon, and the police sided with the protesters. Mind blown. Mind blown. So Matt Gaetz a hit was taken out on him by the terrible, terrible pieces of garbages from Portland, Antifa. He claimed, Portland has put a hit out on you, Mr. Gates, and I have accepted it. On Twitter, mind you, yet I guarantee you his account hasn't been banned or taken off or anything like that. No, it's okay. Matt Gaetz is a Republican, so no, we can go and do that. No, it's okay. We can take hits out on Twitter. Do you get that? They're literally like calling out hits on Twitter. You know the president is banned from because he's a racist, terrible man? Twitter. Like, at this point, I just can't believe it. It's insane. It's insanity. Like, at the end of the day, this man should be in jail. Anybody in Twitter should be in, everyone at Twitter should be in jail for this. Anyways, moving on. Oh, yeah, one other thing. The DC police recommended the man be arrested, right? But not the Department of Justice. No, not them. But like Mr. Matt Gaetz pointed out, if, it would have been Omar or Tlaib or Maxine Waters or Nancy Pelosi, they would be at the DC prison, locked in the basement. Like the January 6ers are still in jail being held. But this man who openly took out a hit on a sitting member, no, it's okay. We're going to let him go. No, not the fact of the matter that these motherfuckers burned our cities for an entire year. It's okay. They're just childish children. Petulant children. It's okay. It's not a big deal that, somebody went to a baseball practice and tried to openly kill all the Republican Party. That's okay. It's all right. You guys got some strong backbones. You can deal with it. Are you getting a hint, America, yet you don't want to stand up for nothing? You want to keep sitting in your fucking house, enjoying your fucking Netflix, drinking your fucking coffee and your beer and jerking the fuck off the Pornhub and not doing nothing about this shit? While the people who are literally standing up for you and defending your rights to have liberty are being threatened on Twitter. Twitter is then banning people who stand up for you. When will you wake up? When will you stand up? When do we say enough is enough? Oh, you're afraid of the January 6ers? Well, let me explain something to you. They're only doing that to them because at the end of the day, they waited for them to go home for the most part. And then they had their secret Nazi police go and arrest them while they were at home. Instead of the neighborhoods that they lived in coming out going, hey man, the fuck are you doing? Get your fucking ass back to Washington, the way they should have. The way I would have done if I would have seen the FBI show up on my motherfucking block to put somebody's ass in jail. I would have caused a riot. I would have caused a scene. Them FBI agents wouldn't have got the fuck up off my block. Not without getting their goddamn jaws knocked the fuck off and finding out where their goddamn families lived. So moving on. Because that's America, you got to understand that's what this is coming to. If we do not stop this craziness, that's exactly what this is going to come to. There is no way to stop, which is what they want, by the way. And let me make one thing clear. I want no violence at all, but that is what it is leading to. Because at the end of the day, it's eventually going to hit home to everybody, to that guy that goes to work, 100 hours a week. It is eventually going to hit home to him when he can't feed his kids. And then he's being arrested because he had a school board meeting and now he's a terrorist. It's going to finally hit home to that guy. And what's going to happen is that somebody's going to walk into a judge's house or a prosecutor's or a sheriff's home and he's going to slaughter all their family. And then, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to come for everyone. And when it gets that far, we're done. We're done because my kids are going to die. Your kids are going to die. Everyone's fucking going to die. Because we keep allowing this craziness. Because these people from Portland and these people like Nancy Pelosi deserve to be bent over and have their asses whipped like petulant children. That's what they deserve to have happen to them. They deserve to be removed from office. They deserve to be removed. The FBI agents, the CIA agents, these people deserve to be removed. The more that we sit around and we keep, just letting it go on, thinking that everything's going to go back to normal, it won't go back to normal. Like tonight, while I was getting ready for this report, sitting here writing it up. I'm sitting here watching I hate the NFL. I'm boycotting the NFL, but it was on. I'm looking at all these people at the fucking Browns game. You know what? And at the same time that I'm angry that they're all there, at the same time, I honestly feel bad for them too, because I understand wanting to go back to that. But at the end of the day, you can't turn this off. Somebody has opened the floodgates and they're purposely now coming after us. And you may choose not to believe it all you want. And you can sit at home and say, this guy's a crazy person. Yeah, well, then why are you a terrorist if you don't want your children to wear a mask? And not only that, but why do you have to wear 4 of them? Have you ever had to take boosters for any vaccine in your fucking life? Why do you have to now? Ladies and gentlemen, when you understand that it's a concerted effort to bring America down, because just like the Chinese came out with a book and said, you cannot fight America in a traditional manner. So they use this means, what we're seeing go on. That's the reason why it's crazy. It's unconventional warfare. That's the reason why you can't understand it. You can't understand it because it's warfare. And if you had a strategic, and I'm not calling everybody stupid, but I'm saying, if you had a strategic mind for this type of thing, you could see it clearly, just like I do. It's clear to me. I cannot ignore it. It is all war. It is war. They are at war with us. And most of us are just sitting at home in our lazy chair. And I guess America, we really do have a choice. We can sit at home in our lazy chair and take our jab, stick our arm out, and let us ADE our asses to death. And if you don't know what ADE is, you better go look it up. So we can let them ADE us right into the grave while we're watching our Netflix and our football, and all of our stars are dying and quitting and all of that. And we can do that as they flood our communities with illegal immigrants that rape our women and sit back and kill people all day long while there's no food to feed our children with. We have rolling blackouts, no water, no energy, no nothing. And we can sit back and just sit in our comfy chair and wait for that death to come for us. Or we can maybe die standing up, peacefully protesting, doing the right thing, and giving a better future for our children. They always sit around and throw a fit about, well, what kind of world are we going to live? Well, what kind of children are we going to leave for the world? That's my question. Because at the end of the day, we're not doing anything for our children. We're sitting back, allowing this government to put them in so much debt that they'll never get out of it. They'll be slaves, and it won't matter your skin color. So moving on. Let's see here. Let's run through the left and their illusion of truth. See, they run on this thing of truth, but it's all just nonsense. In 2020, they burned almost every city and destroyed almost every city in this country. Backed by George Soros and Klaus Schwab, BLM, just like today, Pastor was on the Young Turks, which I absolutely fucking hate the Young Turks. This is a terrible, ignorant, beyond leftist show. Pastor Jesse Peterson, amazing dude. He's a pastor, amazing dude, incredible speaker. If you get a chance to look him up, please do. He said what's true. BLM was founded by a bunch of fat, gay, black cunts who hate the family unit and are funded by George Soros to destroy America and the black communities. Don't like it? Ooh, too bad, so sad. Because it's called truth. Just like the CIA flooded black communities with drugs, just like they did Tuskegee on black people, killing them, just like they're trying to now. When are we going to stand up, America? When are we going to stand up for our red, white, and blue brothers and sisters, no matter their skin color? Stop being blinded by color. Stop allowing them to separate us. It's just the truth. They burn cities. They destroy. Now listen, also, Black Lives Matter, a grassroots Black Lives Matter, could be amazing. Could be absolutely amazing. Just like, Larry Pinkney. I love Larry Pinkney. He's a great speaker. Once again, this is another human being that I don't always agree with, but he's amazing. And he loves America. And he wants a better America. So we could have a true Black Lives Matter grassroots that actually wants to fix the black communities and raise the black communities up where they're supposed to be, back to the amazingness that they were before we allowed our piece of shit racist politicians to destroy and dismantle their communities. And I don't give a shit whether or not you believe me or not. That happened. So I don't care I don't care. And it's not a white thing, but that is what happened. And they were politicians that did that through their policies. And the Food and Drug Administration and all that. And we allowed them to do that. Our grandfathers did. They didn't stop it. And now we need to fix it because now we see what's going on. They burned cities. They killed people without any justice at all. Now they're allowed to threaten congressmen and senators. They're allowed to stomp people out in the streets. They're using trans lives. They're using black people. They're basically white people in blackface on TV. When is enough enough? When will we stand up and say enough is enough? So moving on. Teacher on Twitter comes out with a song basically calling everybody, terrorists and that we're stupid and, yada, 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 and we're ill-informed. No, bitch. All you're doing is going to get good teachers hurt. Simple and plain. That's all that's going to happen. Because at the end of this, I'm going to break down exactly what's going to happen. Because this madness is going to drive people to violence. Eventually. I don't want to see that, but it will. Just like this. Women cannot get 6 months. Most women cannot get 6 months of paid maternity leave. But Pete Buttigieg can, even though he's not doing his damn job. And we got all kinds of ships backed up in the harbor and we can't go to a store and buy groceries. But Buttigieg can sit around for 6 months while he chest feeds a baby to death. Every time I hear that, you know what I think of? That Family Guy episode where Peter tries to feed Stewie and he gets a big old man hair in his mouth. Every time I hear that, it's so fucking stupid. It's so clown world. It's like an episode of Family Guy I'm waiting to wake up from that's not funny at all. Let's see here. My last thing I want to talk about is real quick before I end all this. And Kamala Harris is the queen of staging things. She staged 2 birthday surprise parties. One, a big old party. Everybody's like, surprise! She's so fake. She is so, and then kisses her husband with her mask on. She's so fake. She's so fake. She's so fake. She's so fake. It's not even great how fake that bitch is. And then the same thing in the White House. She knows how racist Joe is. He's a racist old codger. Okay? Simple and plain. And he's a chomojo. And she does not like him. And you can tell. You can tell. You can tell she is fake. She's beyond fake. So now let me get to what I see happening. Because this is just going to be the truth. You have judges, sheriffs, prosecutors, and all these people and all these school boards and all these teachers going along with this. What's going to happen eventually is that white and black people are going to meet in the middle on this. And you are going to see a unity that you never wanted to see left. And I'm going to tell you what, you're pissing people off right into it. Because see, white and black people both, you have Condoleezza Rice coming out saying, hey, you know what? Critical race theory is bullshit. White people shouldn't be blamed for something they had no part in, and black people should not be used as props, pretty much. And which is what's happening. So what's going to happen when white and black people get sick of this shit? And black people are tired of being treated like, they're 5-year-olds and they need to be guided through life. Black people are just like anyone else. They want to live, they want to be prosperous, and they want to be treated like everyone else. They don't want to be treated as special cases. They just want to be treated fairly, just like anyone else. Because that's the way the world should be. That's why America is great. There is blood on every flag around the world. And it's a terrible thing. And you know what? Slavery has been all over the world. And if we keep allowing this to go on, slavery will come again in America. When they deindustrialize us, slavery will be here again, ladies and gentlemen. Yet this time it won't just be black people that are slaves, or Indians, or Mexicans, or Asians. It will be white, it will be black, it will be orange, it will be green, it will be all of us. But before that happens, what will happen before that is all these crazies will meet the demise that they're scared of, because the mobs will come for them. And the mobs won't just be crazy blue-haired dumb fucks. It'll be the good old boys. It'll be the dudes that, it'll be the dudes that live in the hood just trying to make ends meet for their kids. When they can't feed their kids no more, they're going to get pissed. And they're going to come looking for the AGs and the judges that shut their communities down and the mandates. And they're going to drag these people out of their homes, and you're going to see public hangings again. You're going to see people being killed right in the middle of the street. Their children's, their families, the whole 9 yards. Because see, these people can't fly out of America like Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters. They can lead the country. The sheriffs, the AGs, the city people, they won't. They won't be able to do. School board members, the teachers, they won't. They will slaughter these people. Now understand, I don't want to see this at all. But you know what? I'm pretty good at being able to see the dominoes falling. And I know what's in the heart of men. I've grown up and I've lived in terrible places and seen people do terrible things to people. And I know what's in the heart of men. And when you put their backs against the wall and then you put their children in front of it, you leave these men with no choice, and women as well. And you will see people like this teacher at the beginning of my video in her clapping song. Yes, them purple terrorist, misinformed. Yeah, yeah, lady, guess what? They're going to drag you out of your home, kicking and screaming. And no blue-haired mob is coming to save you. And that's what's going to happen to sheriffs, judges, prosecutors. And there will be no one that can save them. And you know what? At the end of the day, I don't want to see this because it goes against everything that I stand for. And I don't want this. Ladies and gentlemen, we can beat this, but we have to do it now. We have to do it now. We can't wait till then. Because listen, if we throw the first stone, it's over. They win. Okay? And then if they punch first, we won't win because they'll put us in a position where we can't punch back. Right now, America, is our time to stand up and say no. Like I always say, man, dude, the FJB thing is cute, but he's a puppet. He is a symptom of the disease. He is not the disease. We have got to get rid of the disease. And the disease are these socialists, these communists. When you have Joe Biden saying that democracy is dead and he agrees with Xi Jinping and Putin, I mean, at the end of the day, if Donald Trump would be secretly talking to Xi Jinping and Putin, are you serious, man? Dude, the whole country would be up in an uproar over this, but he's allowed to, and they have worked their asses off to scrub this video from the internet? Ladies and gentlemen, please see the writing on the wall, man. Dude, talk to your neighbors, show them these videos. It is the end of our democracy if we keep letting this go on. And the next step is animal land. Is animal land. People starving, people hungry, people killing their neighbors. But first it will be these people, like the lady in the video making her dumb song. It'll be them. That will be terrible. Don't get me wrong. They deserve to go to jail. They deserve justice. But terrible things are going to happen to this country if we don't do what's right. And if we don't do it right now, this is a time of urgency. We have got to wake up. We cannot keep allowing this madness to go on. And it is the media's fault. It is the media, social media. It is Facebook. It is Twitter. It is these politicians. How do we let the nerdiest fucking people among us get this power to do this to us? Seriously, these people were like nerds in school who we used to laugh at. Now, every chance that they get the opportunity to step in front of CNN, oh yeah, we're doing everything we can for the American people. They tell black people that they're too stupid to understand how to vote. You have stupid ass people like what's her name? That big fucking fat black bitch down there in fucking Georgia. Shit, I can't remember her name. Big old gap tooth, sitting around belittling black people, acting like they can't do anything. Are you serious? Maxine Waters treating black people worse than anything else, saying that they're not smart enough to know how to vote. Are you serious? Ladies and gentlemen, why are we putting up with this? We cannot. Stacey Abrams. I got it. Stacey Abrams. She's a bitch. They are using these people to lie to you, America, to lie to you, my black brothers and sisters. They are using them to lie to you and to manipulate you into anger for no reason. We have got to stand together, because united, we're going to be great, baby. Divided, we're just going to be killing each other. And I don't want to see that, because if your kids die, my kids die, their kids die, everybody's kids are going to die. We're going to die. It's not going to be good. And then that gives the military the reason that they can come in and use their robots, their dogs, their drones to just kill the rest of us. And we really want to give them that? We really want to give them that W? Why we want to give them that W? It's easier to stand together, embody our inner Martin Luther King, embody our inner peace, wrap our arms around one another and say, you know what? I may not always agree with you, but I want my liberty like you want yours. I love you. You're my brother. Let's go march. Let's take our liberty. Let's take our power back from these people, these monsters who have signed on and sold us out. They've already sold us into slavery, ladies and gentlemen, and the chains are right here. Right here. These are the chains. Right here. Yeah, you see how it's all fucked up? I hate this. I hate these fucking things. I don't care. But I got to use them for this, because I feel like this is my mission. Like God put this in front of me, and I'm going to keep talking, because I love every single one of you out there, man. And we got to do better. We cannot let these crazy individuals, these leftist socialist assholes, dictate our country to us. And how dare Putin, how dare Ping think they even run shit in this country? And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it would be as easy as us just standing up, or just as easy as us stomping our huge American amazing foot and putting it up their fucking well-laid asses. So like I always say, man, documentation beats conversation. Take a knee, talk to God. I love every single one of my American brothers and sisters. All right? Please. I don't want fame. I don't want glory. All I want is God's love. And I want my American brothers and sisters to stand up, because we are the hope of the world. We can be that phoenix from the ashes. Yes, our country's done terrible things. Throughout our history, our 200 some odd years of history, we are young. We are like an 8-year-old child that spilled a gallon of milk. Yeah, you told them not to do it. You told them not to be doing what they was doing. They spilt it anyways. Yeah, sometimes we might need an ass whipping. But at the end of the day, we have so much potential. We have so much room for growth. We're not even an adult yet. We got to show ourselves some love and understand that we can fix what's wrong. All we have to do is stand together and do what's right together. And tell these monsters, no, you will not use us anymore. We are not your tip of the sword. We will not obey by your tyranny. We will not go around the world and stomp out who you want us to do just so you can consolidate resources for yourself, yet putting our lives in the ground and ending families, ending American bloodlines, whether what color they be. So I love every single one of you, man. Please get out there, inspire somebody, be the voice of change, be the inspiration of hope. I love you, America, and I always will. I don't want any of this terribleness to pass, but I think it will, because unfortunately, too many of us are too comfortable in our lazy chair, and that's what's sad.